Hello and welcome back to another video. We are doing Explorer yet again, and we're trying out JESKAI Creativity by Jason Yee. They went 8-2 at the Pro Tour, making top 16. I believe they lost multiple win-ins for the top 8, so we would have almost seen this deck in the top 8. I've also worked on JESKAI Creativity actually for this Pro Tour. Dismissed it somewhat early because I sort of compared it to Blue-White Control, and Blue-White just felt much better and more consistent. They're somewhat similar decks, just trying to have like a controlling game plan. Creativity has more explosiveness, of course, by having the combo, but Blue-White Control also has like good cards that take over the late game, so the decks are somewhat similar, and I just scratched the Creativity stuff and just moved on testing Blue-White Control, which I put a lot of time into for that tournament. Decided ultimately that it wasn't good enough. But yeah, Sanctum, Team Sanctum, or most of them chose to play JESKAI Creativity with Yorion, which is a pretty unique take on the whole thing. I think I've seen Transmogrify in an 80-card Yorion build with like Luca and stuff as well, but Creativity, I don't think I've seen Creativity and Yorion combined before. All right, what do we have here? So we have some new cards, of course, which make this archetype more interesting. Normalized and Lightning Helix, two great 2-mana interaction pieces. What I have to say is this was a pioneer list, and I had to shave some cards that weren't legal in Explorer or that weren't good because Lotus Field, for example, Chained to the Rocks, unfortunately isn't legal. Jason played 2 of those, had to cut them, and in the sideboard there were 2 Bus Crushers. Krenko's Bus Crusher, which is a sideboard card against Lotus Field combo, and yeah, don't need that obviously when we're playing Explorer. So I had to get rid of those. In any case, yeah, Lightning Helix, Normalized, Dovin's Veto, so pretty good early game base, a mix of blue-white control cards with Lightning Helix. Then we have Fable and Prismari Command to enable our creativity. Fable, you know, one of the best cards in the format, always nice to have access to that one. So I assume this is a huge pull for them to go with this hybrid of blue-white control. For Wandering Emperor, yeah, why not? I mean, the card is absolutely incredible. It works well with the creativity. Just a really good fair card in the format. Nice against Phoenix, very good against red-black decks. Yeah, to Verdict, to Memory Deluge, no surprise there, to Teferi. We see a little bit of less numbers on those cards that you would otherwise see higher in the blue-white Yorion lists, because you just have to make room for creativity, Fable, the other red cards, essentially. And then the choice here is Atraxa Grand Unifier as the creativity target. Interestingly enough, I want to chime in there. I used Dream Trawler in my JESKAI Creativity list because you can get multiple Dream Trawler. It's actually not a legendary. And you can also just hardcast Dream Trawler with Fable on like turn 5, similar to Vein Ripper, I suppose. And yeah, Dream Trawler is a really busted creature. So yeah, that felt good too. But again, I didn't put much work into it, and Atraxa is also just, a very absurd card. And if you go for X=1 creativity, Atraxa, yeah, I mean, usually that's the trick. In this deck, it draws you like 4 to 5, 6 cards maybe. And then, they have to get rid of the lifelink flyer. So yeah, pretty good against Phoenix too, because it's like, I guess game 1, they can just like Lightning Axe plus Fiery Impulse, and then like Treasure Cruise and stuff like that. But they need to have those cards, of course. So, but yeah, Atraxa not the end-all be-all against Phoenix. I will say that much. Then we have 1 Farewell here and 1 Shark Typhoon. Mana Base, Mana Confluence, Jetmir's Garden, and Xander's Lounge and Savai Triome. Those are there to hardcast Atraxa. Running 3 copies, so that might come up in some spots. And then we have Castle Ardenvale as a utility land, and the rest of the mana base is Shark lands. The check lands that require you to have basic land types in play, and a couple of slow lands. Mana base looks pretty good, I'd say, on first glance. But you do try to play a deck with creativity and like Supreme Verdict, which is pretty crazy if you think about it. So I think like that's maybe also the reason why no one has ever dared. I don't know, maybe someone has dared in the past, but I have not seen it to mix this combination of cards, mixing Verdict and Creativity. That's pretty crazy, isn't it? But hey, maybe it works, and I suppose it worked out for Jason. Yeah. All right, let's take a quick look at the sideboard. We have one copy of Lithomantic Barrage, pretty good in the mirror match, killing not in the mirror match, sorry, against blue-white control. You know, we're not playing blue-white control. Lithomantic Barrage, very good against Yorion and Teferi. Rest in Peace, great against Phoenix, of course. Summary Dismissal, good against Font Distortions and, you know, that type of stuff, any uncounterable things. Farewell number 2, interestingly enough. All right. Good against Amalia, I suppose. Maybe brings it in against Phoenix, although it's kind of bad against counter spells, but it's also fine against like red-black, exiling backbusters and all that. Ovika Enigma Goliath. When I saw this, I was like, what? It's the first time I'm seeing this card in Constructed. I guess you bring it in against like Phoenix or red-black midrange, something like that. The ward cost is pretty hefty. I mean, you have to pay free and then pay free life. So if you're reliant on like Lightning Axe, that's gonna be pretty difficult to do. Ward free, you know, it's a lot. It's not quite hexproof, but it's a lot. So I guess this is sort of like a hexproof flyer in a way. You have to think about it that way. And then it creates a bunch of goblins for the mana value of spells you cast. And they also have haste. Yeah, I don't know. I could see it, I guess. We'll go and see if I bring this in maybe against a red-black midrange opponent. I guess you maybe cut like one Atraxa and put this in. Or you go down to like one Atraxa and this, and then you can Creativity for 2. It's just so weird that it's a one-off as well, right? Like usually you would see like 2 Hullbreaker Horrors in the sideboard, for example. Then you know, okay, we're swapping those Atraxas out, we're bringing those Hullbreaker Horrors in. But with this one-off, I'm just like confused. In any case, cute card, awesome to see it in a proto, even pretty awesome. Free temporary lockdown, no surprises there. Bit of an anti-synergy with your token stuff, but I guess the card is just that powerful, which it is, against stuff like Heroic, Amalia, Convoke, Is It in Soul, you know, all these aggressive decks. Lockdown is just the best, the king. So yeah, even though we have the anti-synergy with the tokens, it makes sense to play it. Mystical Dispute, 2 copies, and 3 Shark Typhoons. Those were sort of slots I had to fill up. There was Krenkel's Bust Crusher and a Silence, which is not legal on Arena. And I filled those up with some anti-control cards. You could also play like a Nazlet's Reversal, I guess, over a Shark Typhoon. Okay, let's do that. Why not? Reversal, not too bad against Font Distortion and against Phoenix. Bouncing Treasure Cruise. So yeah, that is JESKAI Creativity. Let's see how this plays out in Explorer. First, sure. Can't complain about this hand. Notably, Yorion is better in this deck because you have Fable to flicker as well, compared to blue-white. Although I guess blue-white has lockdowns in the main deck, which are nice with Yorion too. Yeah. Watery Grave, alright. Huh, I'm wondering if I should... I think I'm just gonna Omen here. I really don't want this Omen to get censored. Mana Confluence, a bit painful. Mana Confluence in a controlling slow deck. I've never seen that before. Pretty wild. I don't know if that's correct. Skeptical about it, but we'll see. Alright, playing blue-black. Yeah, if I play the Omen in their end step, they might, you know, for some reason censor it. And I really don't want that to happen in this particular draw. Okay, no Field of Ruin usage. I think I'm gonna wait on the Emperor. If this is Nassif's deck, doesn't have that many hard counters. Has like 3 negates, 1 riddle, and 3 to 4 censor. It's probably Nassif's deck. I can hardcast Atraxa now. Green and black here. Okay, there's Sensor. Yeah, why not? If they have negate, I'm just gonna counter the negate. Alright, cool. No negate. Good to know. Maybe Edict? Yeah, I guess Edict could be the thing. No Edict, okay. Cryptic codes. Okay, not Nassif's list. A bit of a spicy tech here. Interesting. I probably should counter that, huh? Could be a little annoying. Blockable. Kills my Planeswalker. I mean, I can Helix the 2/2 and then they sort of have to bounce it and all that. But I don't know. That's a tempo line I could approach, and then they like have to bounce it, replay it, and all that. Maybe that would have been better. I don't know. I feel like the blue-black deck doesn't usually have many like amazing veto targets. Anyways, they have like Dig Through Time and Memory Deluge, I guess. I think I will just burn that. Don't want my Emperor to die. I could have cast the Omen in my end step, so it can't get countered, but I think that shows weakness, because it kind of tells my opponent, oh, you don't have great cards in hand, that's why you're afraid of me countering your Omen. So I didn't want to do it in that spot. Interesting. 5 cards in hand. Maybe a Shark Typhoon here. I'm actually gonna probably just cast Atraxa here. Let's attack first. I want to make it awkward for them to cycle a big shark here. Fatal push. Okay. Now I might just play Teferi. Now the shark is just a 4/4. You know what? I kind of want to use my mana though. I kind of just want to slam Atraxa. The worst thing that could happen here is a Torrential Gearhulk with Sensor as a flashback. Okay, that's fine. That's whatever. I'm happy about that. They spent their turn casting a Fatal Push and a Disruption Protocol. Down to 4 cards. I have like Yorion, Teferi, and Atraxa in hand. Down to 3 cards. Let's attack. So I could play Teferi, hold up Wandering Emperor if Teferi resolves, or just play another Atraxa. Pretty clear to me at this point that they don't have Gearhulk in hand. Yeah. Oh, damn it, I wanted to play Atraxa actually. Because like playing Teferi, I mean, I guess playing Teferi is fine here, but if they go for a Shark, it's a 5/5 and can attack the Teferi. I can protect the Teferi or try to, but that might not work against the counterspell. Dig Through Time. Alright, fair enough. Disruption Protocol. I guess it's good with the deuce, huh? It's good with the deuce. So my opponent's probably running for the deuce. Okay. Just gonna slam the Atraxa. Damn it. Okay, fair enough. I still have gas though, like I still have stuff. I'm still doing okay. Oh, they had to pay an extra mana there. It's a bit of an anti-synergy. I guess they could have also tapped the Gearhulk though. There's the deduce. Nice. Thoughtseize? Okay. I can chump block the Gearhulk though. Or not. Okay. Pretty good, pretty good. Alright, that was a good draw step. Right back in it. Cool game, cool game. Oh, don't censor me. That would be brutal. Oh, no censor. Let's see. Fable and Veto. Fable and Veto. I think at this point I'm like most scared about this one. This like the scariest card. Veto. I think I'm just looking for proactive cards. Like Veto, yes, might be good. I'm just gonna bottom it. I don't know. Like Veto is a pretty good card against the deck. Take another Fable, I think that's fine. Attack me, sure. Go to 10. I love Torrential Gearhulk, such a sweet card. Okay, they're starting to blow up my lands. I kind of like that. Sort of shows that they don't have Shark Typhoon in their hand, which is good for me. Also, I can scry if they keep blowing up every land here. So I'd be careful if I were them. Alright, they're not careful. They're definitely not careful. Nope. Now I get to scry. Thank you very much. Restless Reef. Good to know. It's 9 damage potentially. Death Touch. Oh, hello. Now I can also counter their counter. They have one? They don't. Alright. Are we attacking? Opponent's at 8 if I attack. I'm at 12, sure. They have a lot of hard counters. Pretty clunky. Like disruption protocols times 3 I've seen so far. And a riddle on top. Pretty clunky. Fable in the late game. Oh, good. Literally just drawing 2 cards. Sure. Deadly cover up. Nope, no deadly cover up. Okay. All right. Verdict, no thank you. Farewell, no thank you. Lightning Helix, probably bad. I want Nomadic Barrage, maybe. I don't have that many ways to kill a big shark, unfortunately. I want Shark Typhoon, I want Dispute. What else? Rest in Peace? It's not unreasonable. They have Dig Through Time and Gearhulk. No, I don't think so. I'm gonna play the reversal though. Maybe I'll just play this. counters a shark in the late game. It's probably a good idea. I don't know what I should think about this. This doesn't seem good against counter spells. I mean, I can hardcast it easier than Atraxa, but I don't know. Creativity is also mediocre in this matchup, I would say. But I guess I'll keep it, just high density of... The weird thing is, like, you don't even play the Deuce, huh? Like, the Deuce is sort of the biggest addition that Creativity has gotten in a long time. Like, the Deuce is phenomenal with Creativity. But they're not even playing it. I didn't even think about that. But yeah, I mean, I personally played a 60-card JESKAI Creativity list before the Deuce, and that was like the first card I put into my deck. I mean, it's a really, really good card. They're not even doing it. I don't know. I don't know. Personally, yeah. I mean, that's the great thing, I guess, about Magic, and I suppose about life. You just have different perspectives and different reasons for those perspectives. You know, like many people come into the videos I make, into the comments, and just have wildly different opinions on card choices than I have, right? Yeah, it's just an interesting game, a difficult game, a complex game. It's not that easy to, you know, what's right, what's wrong. I also have Cryptic Code. We did work a good amount on Cryptic Code. We figured out that card was actually really good, but we couldn't really break it with that one for the Pro Tour. But I can showcase some Cryptic Code decks for you guys, mostly Transmogrify decks. I think those are the most promising with Cryptic Code because of what do I get here? Island, I guess. I guess planes actually, huh? Yeah. He's Wandering Emperor. Yeah, Cryptic Code is kind of nice with Transmogrify because it gives you a ward creature that you can then blow up, and it's just much tougher to kill a ward creature than a normal creature, of course. I don't know what the deal is with the Field of... I guess they just want to fix their own mana. I suppose that's the deal there. Now they stopped doing it. Okay. I guess they're also afraid of Emperor. If they Field of Ruin there, then I can Emperor them. Okay. Do I return Yorion to my hands? Maybe not. I don't know. I think I will not. Opponent has the Deuce. 4 cards in hand. I'm wondering if I should veto that. I mean, there's 2 extra cards. Kind of annoying here. I think I will veto it. Hoping that my opponent misses land drops. Like, Veto is very good against blue-white. But Veto is a lot worse, I would say. Here I could actually play an Emperor, by the way. So this is another risky play. I guess I would need a second Plains in my deck, which I don't have. Actually, they cut me off white there. Funny. I need to be more careful with my mana tapping. I should have tapped the Raugrin Triome for the... Yeah, for the Veto. That was a mistake, actually. Because they were able to cut me off white for a turn now. Yeah. This could haunt me. For sure, if they play like, I don't know. Like now they know I can't have Veto. Not a Field of Ruin, Jesus. That's a nice draw. Fable is great. I mean, very good. Let me just tap a little bit more carefully now. Yeah. That resolved. Wow. Okay. Should have floated mana. Blue. White. Doesn't really matter, I guess. I guess white. Just in case they have like a Memory Deluge here. Or if they have Shark, I can... If they have a 2/2 Shark, I can kill it. Really gives away a little bit, because I'm actually paying life points to do that. So it kind of gives away a little bit about my hand. They know about the no more lies, I suppose, so that maybe they're just thinking it's that. Maybe they're not thinking about much. Interesting. Interesting. Kind of like everything, honestly. I mean, I'm kind of bottlenecked on white, so maybe I just ditch this. I don't think I ditched both, though. I just ditched one. That's a nice draw. I've had some I've had some good draw steps. Not gonna lie. Memory Deluge, Summary Dismissal, pretty good. Opponent's just been doing nothing. Glad I countered that deduce. They haven't played a land here though, have they? Oh no, they've played the Field of Ruin. Okay, now they can blow up a land. Interesting. I guess I'll take the Veto at this point. And then Fable or Deluge? I don't think I want Creativity. Although Creativity is not unreasonable either. They haven't countered my Fable. I don't know what's going on over there. I'll just take that, I guess. Bit confused though as to what's happening here. Nothing. Or I guess. Maybe I'll just pass the turn and then Emperor them. I don't know. Force the issue. Maybe this is a bit too aggressive. Like, I could just pass the turn here. I have the advantage and a bunch of counter spells. But I kind of guessed that they were lacking anything. I don't know what their hand is. I mean, it's just like 2 more lands, and I don't know, honestly. I just give up. They really flooded out. But like, the Fable before resolved in a spot where Fable is very good. So it was like, they probably don't have a negate, and yeah, it turns out they don't have it, so that's why I did what I did, I guess. But on the other hand, because I'm already so far ahead, 6 power on board, a bunch of counter spells, a flash threat, it's probably unnecessary to go for the creativity there. And it's probably just, yes, sure, I had a read on them, but what if they negate me here and then like, I don't know, have Thoughtseize for my Veto and then like play a sweeper and I'm like tapped low so I can't interact that well. Yeah, so I don't know. I guess if they counter creativity, I have 2 treasures and 2 lands up. So I guess I do have pretty good options at that point. Yeah, I mean, the downside isn't very big either, because Dimir is not a deck that can like punish you very hard or whatever. Okay, sure. Okay. I think, like, if they fought these my Prismari Command, my hand becomes very bad at that point. Yeah, just it's too risky to keep. Alright, this hand's fine. What do I bottom? Maybe to Get Lost? I mean, I don't know what I'm up against. No companion. I could also see cutting like a Veto. Veto, generally speaking, pretty good in the format right now, I would say. Just like Sorin, Fable, Phoenix has infinite targets. Blue-white has a lot of targets. Looks like it's another vampire deck. Yeah. I don't know. I've been playing against so much vampires recently. It's kind of funny. The worst thing that could happen here is Cavern of Souls into Preacher. That's usually how you beat blue-white control from the vampire side. But luckily that's not the case. There's Preacher, but I have the Mana Leak. No Cavern. Whew! Raugrin Triome. Let's go. Now I have double white. Can cast everything. Perfect. Alright, let's see how this goes. I think a couple of my teammates played against JESKAI Creativity during the tournament, and they had a good time. I think, I don't know the exact stats, but didn't go so bad, I think. I only remember winning. You know, I beat Creativity last round or whatever. I played against that JESKAI deck. We had a long grinding match, but I beat it. That's what I remember from like Jim and Brent or whatever. Four cards in hand. I want to try to eat that. Maybe. Maybe not. How can I be punished? I think I'll try. Worked? Okay. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. That's bad. Oh wow, I can sack 2 samurais. Then I can sack both of them, and then Helix and Prismari Command. Do what you gotta do, huh? What I could also do... Nah, it's unlikely to work, but I could try to chump block with Shark Typhoon. That's likely gonna work, I would say. But then... And then I have Emperor to exile the Ripper. But then the issue is I need another creature in play, and they have Sorin, so they can shoot down either the Emperor or they can shoot down... They're probably gonna sack the Mutavault and shoot down the Emperor. Like, that's very likely to happen, I would say. What do I do here? I think I'll just start the turn. Interesting. I could actually plus on the Samurai, couldn't I? And then attack Sorin. They block. I can then let first strike happen. Oh. If they don't block, this is bad. I didn't quite think this through, huh? Because they don't block. They don't block, they can just... Well, but now? Now I can do the line I described earlier where I can chump block the Vein Ripper. And then try to exile with Emperor. And if they have nothing left, that's gonna work. Whoa, they're not activating any manlands? What the heck? What does that mean? They have another Ripper in hand? I think that's the only thing that could mean, right? They have another Ripper in hand. I can't do much about that, can I? Okay, they're just bad. Okay, that helps, I guess. Maybe this is wrong. Maybe I should keep the Helix for the Hive. Yeah, could see that being wrong. I guess when you have Harvester in hand, I mean, I don't know. I feel like in that turn they should have just activated Hive and like try to attack the Emperor and play around Shark Typhoon maybe. which runs really into my Helix, but it's just a better use of mana than, like, I need to have Helix and Shark Typhoon at that point, you know? So I think it would have been better to do that, honestly. Or maybe even activate double Mutavault? No, you can't. You just played this one. Yeah, you should have just done that, I think. Okay. I guess I shock and then do this. Yeah. Okay. I guess I'll kill one and draw cards. I think it's just better to play the Fable first, because I can flicker the Fable. Creativity? Oh, okay. Both, actually. Let's attack. What's better? Atraxa? Or Vein Ripper? Kind of funny, actually, huh? For 4 mana, you can cheat in Atraxa. For 3 mana, you can cheat in Vein Ripper. But to be fair, to cheat in... I mean, it's both a 2-card combo, isn't it, in the end? But you don't need any setup for the Sorin. You just need Sorin and Vein Ripper. And with this, you need a setup. You need, like, something in play, so you need to have played something before. So it's a little bit more difficult to accomplish. But you can have just creativity and then like a bunch of enablers like the Deuce, Stern Lesson, Fable, whatever. It's kind of funny to compare them to each other, actually. Their creativity, I guess, worse because you can like the crazy thing. I think that what really puts Vein Ripper over the top is that you just hardcast it so easily. You know, like, I've won plenty of games against blue-white control where I just hardcast the Vein Ripper with Cavern of Souls, for example, because they need, like, Farewell. Farewell is the best answer to it, but if they don't have Farewell, it's a problem. It's just a problem, even on turn 6 or 7, you know, hardcasting it. All right, Vampires. Okay, the sideboard has literally, like, only one Farewell, I guess. That's kind of funny. Yeah, I mean, I copied this list from the PT. I didn't really adapt it to the Vampires heavy Explorer metagame. Obviously, you would want to do something there, I suppose. Although I don't know what exactly, to be honest. I haven't thought about it. I guess you could play like Pithy Needle for Sorin, or I don't know. There's probably some sideboard cards you could play. This guy maybe. Blocks. Nah, Atraxa seems pretty awesome actually. What do I not like? I kind of like everything. Just gonna go to Shark Typhoon. I mean, every single card in my deck seems pretty reasonable. I could have ditched Prismari Command, maybe. Shark Typhoon is not bad either. Makes a cheap creature that you can then... I mean, cheap is a bit of a overstatement, but makes a creature that you can sack into the Vein Ripper. Yeah, I mean, my opponent didn't have any discard spell. If the Vampire deck starts out with a discard spell on turn 1, yeah, I mean, then you really feel it. But if it doesn't, against the control deck, it's definitely more even footing. That's why we played 4 Thoughtseize and 3 Duress. Just like really make sure we have that discard spell on turn 1. And Seth even played 2 Duress in the main deck to make that matchup against blue-white even better. But most of us played 1 Duress. Only Seth played 2. Yeah, that's the card. That's the blue-white control killer, and it's also good against my deck. Or this deck, rather. I think I'm keeping the Farewell. Just playing the Farewell there. You want to be careful with the life total here. Like, I could have shocked, but I really don't want to do that because then they get a 1/1 and draw a card. Both on 18. Alright, sure. Okay, I mean, this is actually pretty fine. Oh, I get to attack with my Goblin. 2 cards in hand. Okay. Don't quite know what I should do here. Do I kill this with the Emperor, but then I lose my Emperor? Yeah, I think I don't want to give them any extra resources. Every extra resource they have gets them closer to hardcasting a Vein Ripper. I don't love the idea of that. Sure, I have Farewell, so next turn I can Farewell them. But I don't even know if I want to Farewell them next turn, because the board is fairly even. I might just... Okay, there goes my Farewell anyway, so glad I used my Emperor in my turn. Imagine that. Okay. Oh. Hello. Hello. Welcome to the team. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'll take a Farewell. I'll take Jetmir's Garden, I guess. We'll take a Memory Deluge. I don't know if I'd take an Atraxa. I don't think so. Alright, your turn. Okay, I mean, yeah, Atraxa does trump any red-black mid-range deck, for that matter, I guess. Alright. JESKAI Creativity, 2-0 against Vampires. Good showing. Yep, this works. I mean, I would like to not play against an aggressive creature deck. Swamp, turn 1, okay. Another swamp. Oh, I like how this is going so far. Maybe mono black. Mid-range control. Ooh. Okay. Skitter. Bankbuster. And a Fatal Push. Don't love what's going on right now. Maybe I discard the Veto. Oh, okay. That was nice. But the rats have been created, so that's not great. Oh, no, nothing to crew the Bankbuster with? I like that. It's their turn, okay. Ooh, look at that. Huh. Although I could just play Teferi. Teferi, if they have removal for Reflection and can crew the Bankbuster, they can attack my Teferi to death. Okay, I think that's too risky then. I'll just Prismari Command. And I think I'll just make a treasure. My hand is good. I want that extra mana for Farewell potentially. Not I can Fatal Push my Kiki Chiki, it's okay. No Fatal Push. No Go for the Throat either, or anything like that. Alright, fine. The Veto also protects my Teferi. How bad is this? I can Farewell it later on. Alright, fine, I'll let it be. Teferi. Bitter Triumph or something. Sure, it's Edict. Good, Dovin's wieder. Lightning Helix plus Teferi. That's something I did for a couple set championships. Back in the COVID times, where we played online, and the historic JESKAI control. I played that in like 3 big events. Qualified for Worlds actually with JESKAI control and historic. In the Challenger Gauntlet. I'm wondering what I should do here. One has 1 virtue left. I think I will just do this. Sure, I won't be able to get the virtue now, but the virtue doesn't do anything for the foreseeable future. Oh. Hi. Okay, so they have Castle active, I have Teferi active. Oh, alright, sure. Another one of you. I suppose a Chain to the Rocks would have been nice there. That's a clean answer.
Let's skip to the good part.
My draws keep on giving. Just only gas. Invoke Despair. Nice one, but doesn't resolve. I mean, whatever. I'll keep both. Back up to Teferi. Why not? No more lies. Good against the virtue. Atraxa. Do I return Yorion? I have 2 lands that untap, but then I don't have double counter. I have 1 card in hand. Okay, fine. I mean, they have 1 card in hand. Probably don't need double counter. Yeah. I mean, it's just too much value. Okay, alright. Here I could see bringing this in. Although, Invoke Despair, pretty terrible if they have that. If I drop like a 7-drop and they have Invoke Despair, I guess I have other token generators, so maybe we can play around it. Farewell seems pretty good here, yeah. Otherwise, not really anything that's exciting. Shark Typhoon is like fine. Helix. It's good against the Skitter. It's pretty similar sideboarding as with vampires, I guess. Just I don't really have any bad cards. Get Lost kills Shieldred. I don't know. Just the Veto? Maybe? Maybe I've invoked Despair. There's just no bad cards. This deck, maybe what I could see is that Sanctum thought that red-black mid-range will be popular, which it kind of was at 14%. And this deck is quite good against red-black mid-range. I think you can say that. Like, just... And also, subsequently, also good against something like mono-black mid-range, of course. It's like they can't really deal that well with creativity, first of all, and then also these other value cards. Warning Emperor, Teferi, Memory Deluge, Fable, and so on are pretty good in the matchup. But yeah, we honestly, we underestimated the numbers of red-black mid-range. Oh wow. This is just so bad. A reason why Trespasser is probably better in this card is just pretty poor against Fiery Impulse and Lightning Helix, I suppose, as well. Trespasser, at least you have to discard a card. Yeah, we underestimated the numbers of red-black mid-range. We thought it was less played because we I guess we realized as a team how bad it was. And then we thought it wouldn't see so much play. But yeah, maybe other teams didn't think that. Maybe other teams thought it was good enough. Yeah, I don't know. Another Helix, wonderful. I think I'm actually gonna keep everything. So I'm getting a black there and I have a green here. I could have played my Fountain. And I also, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have killed it right. No, I have to kill it right away, otherwise I can't attack. Could have played my Fountain and then attack and then Emperor plus on the Goblin. But I didn't want to do that because I wanted an answer for Shieldred. It's easy to say after they already played the Shieldred, but that's literally what went on in my head. I also wanted to play Jetmir's Garden, to be fair. It's also pretty nice. So I could play Atraxa here. I guess why not? They might not even block. Or they have Fatal Push? No? They will block. I guess I've used 2 Lightning Helixes. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. Can't complain. Creativity, Emperor, Castle Ardenvale, this and that. 5 cards. Sounds good. That was smashing here. My worry with this deck, though, is the blue-white matchup. Like, I think blue-white control might be better equipped in fighting this, right? Like, that's sort of why I discarded the deck as well. I liked our blue-white deck and just, I don't know, didn't see much reason to play this deck. Oh, I mistapped there. Definitely mistapped. Should have been more careful. I didn't want to leave up a Jetmir's Garden, that's for sure. Pretty awkward, but won't matter. Probably won't matter. Yeah, that's sort of why I didn't want to play creativity, because the matchup against blue-white is pretty bad. That's not bad. That's a pretty good card here. But it won't be able to catch up with the card advantage I have here. Dead 9. Okay, and there is that. Alright. I mean, kind of nice deck, not gonna lie, not too bad. Didn't run into blue-white, which I think is a harder matchup. Phoenix is also a tricky one, maybe, I think. I don't know. Like, Phoenix, you have Rest in Peace, you have a powerful proactive game plan, But like really good Phoenix players might be able to dissect sort of your clunkier cards. I mean, there's a reason why Phoenix have like 70+% win rate against blue-white control. And this deck is very similar to blue-white control and not necessarily less clunky. Like it plays more colors. Lightning Helix is like fine. It's not a bad card against Phoenix, but it's also not like incredible or anything. And then Creativity is not terrible, but like bad against bounce, artifact removal at instant speed, or just counter spells, which Phoenix has a bunch of post board. So yeah, I don't know. Like this deck, similar to blue-white control, a lot better in the fair matchups, like against all these red-black mid-range and all that stuff. But they seem to be on the decline. So I don't know. Yeah. In any case, I enjoyed playing it, that's for sure. And yeah, fun deck for sure. Good deck for a change of things. All right. Thank you so much for watching as always. See you in the next one, guys. Take care.